Escape symbol in Regex. Let's continue learning about Regex by solving this code challenge. In this challenge, you will need to implement the function detect command that expects one parameter, user input. So you will need to detect if there are any special commands in user input. Let's assume that there are two main special commands. The first one is /help and the second special command is /play. So if user types /help somewhere in the text, you will need to return the message, how can I help you? And in a similar way, if user types /play somewhere in the text, you will need to return the message, start a new game. If user types both special commands in one sentence, in this case, we return the first matched command. And if the sentence doesn't contain any special commands, in this case, we just return the user input. And the type of user input is a string. And these are example inputs. In the first input, we see that user wrote the message, please help me, and then /help. So we see that this is a special command, and this is the reason why our function returns the message, how can I help you? I don't put quotes around this message, but the type of this message is a string. Then we have the second example when user types /play inside of the sentence. So and this is the reason why we return the message, start a new game. Then we have the input where user didn't provide any special keywords, so we just return the same message as the user provided. And the final input is an edge case when we have both commands. But you see that the command play comes first, so this is the reason why we return the message, start a new game. Now I am in the website regex101.com, and before solving this challenge yourself, let's talk about the theory that we need to know to solve this code challenge. I put the example strings into the text string area. And now let's look to the first line. We see that in this sentence, please help me /help, we want to select only special help keyword. If I want to select the keyword help, I can just type it here. And now you see that the first occurrence help have been selected, and this is because we don't have any flags. So let's also add the global flag. So we select a common word help and also a word help that is followed by the /. And if you try to select only a special keyword help, you will see an error, and this is because / in Regex is a special symbol. And if you hover over this special symbol, you will see that the limiter must be escaped. So basically it shows the solution for our problem, but to better understand this problem, let's return back to VS Code. Now let's create a new variable with Regex pattern. In the beginning, I put two slashes, and as we know in JavaScript, we use two slashes to make comments. But then inside of these two slashes, I can write our regex pattern. In this case, if I hover over the regex pattern, you will see that the type of this variable is regular expression. So now JavaScript knows that this is not a comment, this is a regular expression. But what happens if I add one more slash inside of this pattern? You will see that JavaScript interpreted the symbol as a special symbol for comments. Now, if you hover over the same variable, you will see that the type of this variable is any. So if we use two slashes, JavaScript doesn't know is it a comment or is it a part of your regular expression. And this is the reason why we need to escape this special symbol by putting a backward slash. And when I type it, you will see that a special symbol is highlighted by the green color. And then if you hover over the variable, you will again see that the type of this variable is regular expression. Now let's return back to this website and let's do the same thing. I put an escape symbol before the slash, and now you will see that we select only a special keyword help. So after putting an escape symbol, you will remove the special meaning of this character. So let's make one more example. I add a question mark after the keyword help, and now I want to select this special keyword /help with question mark. But what we know about question mark is this is a shorthand for quantifier with a range from 0 to 1. So this symbol has a special meaning for regex. But if we literally want to find this symbol, I can escape it by putting a backslash before the symbol. And now in the match information tab, you can see that we select help with a question mark. Now let's return back to our challenge. I selected the first special keyword help, but I also want to select a special keyword play. So let's add it to our regular expression. But if I just add this keyword, you will find that we don't have any matches, and this is because currently we are looking for both these words. But I want to find the keyword help or the keyword play. So in regular expression, we also have or operator, which is a vertical bar symbol. So this is similar to JavaScript, just instead of 2 vertical bars, we put 1 vertical bar. And then if you hover over it, you will find that this is equivalent to Boolean OR. So this is the same as OR operator in JavaScript. And also you will find white slide border around the keyword play. So it means that we select the first keyword help or we select the second keyword play. So this symbol is attached to the second option, which is play. So this border is around the second option of the OR operator. So now you see that we select all special keywords, and it means that we can use this pattern for solving our challenge. Now I am connected to the browser, and on the left hand side you can see 4 times word undefined. And this is because we call the function detect command 4 times, but this function returns nothing. For implementing this function, let's add the pattern that we made. And then I need to call one of the regex functions. We know the test and match functions, and actually both of them suits for this challenge, so you can solve this challenge by using any of these functions. I think that a more natural way is by using match function, so I will use a match function for solving this challenge. Now I wrote a new variable match result, and then let's return this result to see what we have. So now in the console you can see the match result for each console log. So for the first console log we have an array with one keyword help. For the second console log we have an array with a keyword play. Then for the third console log we have a null. So this is important to remember that the match function can return an array or null. And we need to handle both these cases in order to prevent any errors. And then for the last input we have both these keywords play and then help. So at first I think that we can handle the null. In the description of this function, we had a line that if we don't have any special keywords, we need to return the user input. And now if you look to the console, you will see that on the third line, instead of the keyword null, we return a string hello. Now we definitely know that after this check, the type of the match result will be an array. And this array can contain a word help or a word play. If we need to use several special keywords, I would use a for loop for iterating through an array of special keywords. But in our function, we just need to react on the first special keyword. So I think that we don't even need a for loop. We can access a special keyword by the index 0. And then I need to handle 2 cases. So in the first case, our keyword might be equal to help, and in the second case, our keyword might be equal to play. Now I wrote 2 if statements. In the first if statement, if our special word is equal to help, I return the message, how can I help you? And in the second case, if our special word is equal to play, I return a message, start a new game. And as you see, all our inputs return what we have expected, so it means that our function works correctly. But actually, I want to remove unnecessary parts from this function. So for example, this return, we don't even need it because we handle the null case in this if statement. And here we return the user input. So it means that we can remove this return statement. And also about my choice of using else if statement, I actually wrote it because if we add a new keyword to this function, it will be easy to extend this function. So in this case, I can just copy it and paste. And then instead of this keyword, I can use a new special keyword, for example, info. And then I can return anything. Also, instead of this construction, you can use a switch statement, or in our case, because we have only 2 special keywords, you actually can remove this if statement and you can remain with a simple if else statement. If I save this file, you will also see that it works correctly, and actually there is even a shorter version which is this version without else statement. So because inside of the if statement we have return, we don't even need to specify the else statement. All these solutions are valid, but I think that the most beginner friendly solution is this one. So here we clearly see that we choose one option or another option. Today you learned about escape symbol in Regex. In the next video, we will learn about multi-line validation with Regex.